And we start the recording with my cat complaining. Why, Achilles? I know, I've been gone all day. And I had a Zubat instead of an Achilles. There's not an Achilles Pokemon. I guess I could get Galarian Meowth and get a... Oh man, I want a Berserker. Anyway, I'm doing a heckin' ramble. Welcome back to Age of Ashes, my friends. It's that big second edition patron game. And I screw up people's names in this one, so I'm gonna go really slowly. Jason, Ross, Spellcraft, Antiki, thank y'all for your support. As we keep playing the new shiny Gestalt, we keep... You know, actually, we're recording this on December 1st, so it won't be that much farther out before we have, like, official Gestalt rules for 2E. So that's a thing, and that's exciting. But I've rambled enough. I'm not GMing this one, I'm the pretty Cobra Man, and you might see this one just without... Just the audio and a picture, just to see how the algorithm likes it. But for now, Ross, go forth. And do not trip, or you will come in fifth. It's my favorite dad joke of all time.
But why fifth?
Because if I say you gotta come fourth, you gotta come in fourth place, and if you trip, you won't be in fourth place. You'll be in fifth place.
But I want to come in first place.
No. You have to come fourth.
Since I had a history teacher,
come first.
Junior high history teacher, he would say that when he would call people up.
So...
You're tell me we're not racing.
No.
There are a lot of people in this chat who probably shouldn't be racing. I don't know. I don't want anybody to get hurt.
I will kick your butts in some Mario Kart or some Pathfinder Kart. I may need to make the rules for that.
There actually will be rules for chases in the Game Mastery Guide. So if we want to like chariot race, hell yeah! I'm gonna come back as Bowser. I'm gonna play Achaidh in the big old dragon turtle armor, and that's the future of 3 dragons.
Oh no!
Dibs on being the person holding up the round carts.
Princess Keelan, who Ross will always call Keyleth, and I get why that happened now.
If you're bringing Achaidh, you're going to turn this into Sonic kart racing.
Yeah, or like a Mario Sonic
racing in the kart. It isn't always about going fast, Tails.
It's like when Goku fights at 1% power to give the humans an advantage, or like a fair shot. It's all about the friendship and fun and.
But what's not about the friendship is the jungle, aka the Mogwai Expanse, where you guys have found yourself after some precarious encounters with a certain hot-headed, that might be an understatement, dragon thing. You're not entirely certain. You all were kind of running for your lives too quick to finally get a full understanding of what it was that was attacking you in the moment. But now, you all are in the namesake of this exam, in the namesake region of this second chapter of the book, a Mogwai Expanse.
And leave a comment down in the comment section for every time that Ross mispronounces Mwangi. This one I'm just giving you. I don't.
Tommy, you're gonna end up with comments that just have like X's for entire lines. Like you're gonna have to push the read more button, and it's just gonna go out to the character limit in X's.
And that'll be really good for the algorithm, won't it?
I doubt it, because it will probably pick it up as some sort of, I don't know.
Or everybody gets flagged as like they're all spammers. Please don't leave comments that might be spam in the comments below.
So does that mean we can't leave a GIF of Ross owned and have the numbers go up until the end when he does something awesome and it goes down?
You could leave a GIF if you wanted.
What if I wanted to leave a Skippy or a Peter Pan?
The gauntlet is thrown!
It is a G, not a J. Why are you pronouncing it with a J?
I don't know. Missouri. That's where I'm from.
We're in the jungle.
We're in the jungle. Ronas the Indomitable is home.
And you have run into a particular individual called Jahasi. He seems to be part of the local elven groups here. And after some very intense encounters and some very difficult introductions, you guys are now beginning to move along. And this is where we shall return as you all are marching through the woods with Jahasi, leading you towards apparently a safer place to talk.
A place where it is not so cold by the Empress. How do you not freeze to death?
Cold? This is not cold.
No, this is not cold. Your home is cold. Five Kings Mountains is a frozen wasteland.
Tommy, hush.
You hush.
You.
Okay. Sorry,
If
Dad.
only I had a webcam for the look I gave at the screen. But yeah, let's start this fun off with figuring out who our players are, give us a little bit of a rundown of what you're doing, and how did you wind up in this mess? So let's start with a loudmouth first. Tommy.
Wow. Shots fired! So my name is Tommy. I have a channel called Black Dragon Gaming, and I like to have people pay me money so I can have friends and play with them, I guess. But today I am playing Ronos the Indomitable, a Gestalt Paladin Champion Animal Order Druid, which panned out better than I thought it would. Yeah, no, I thought Tuya wouldn't do a whole lot of damage. But, like, I've enjoyed it so far. It's felt very viable to me, but not game-breaking. So, alright, fair enough. Deity in question is the ancient Osiriani goddess of the Sphinx River, Wadjet. Ronos is originally from a place called Sengor in the Mwangi Expanse, but through friendship with Renali, learned about the cult of Dahak running around, learned about the Aidara and all them running around and doing suspicious evil things, and I guess I'll say it a third time, running around. I know, Achilles. Followed into the gate, got ambushed by a necromancer, left for dead, rescued by the party. Ronos owes them his life, but needed both to get Renali home and to tie ends up here, so back we are again in the jungle. Which probably feels really good. Like, I'll make all the jokes in the world about how the Five Kings Mountains are cold because I'm from the Tropic of Cancer and cold-blooded. So when the temperature gets below 50 degrees, it's probably just I'm a sad boy. But yeah, that's me.
Alrighty then. Up next, Tiki. Who are you? What are you? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I guess so.
Welcome to the jungle. We have what you need. Sorry. I am playing Anastasia Winter. You may call me Winter. That is my name. I really wish people would stop calling me Annie. It pisses me off. But this lizard folk keeps telling me it's cold where I'm from. Well, he met me in a place that's not even cold. I don't understand this. He lives from the bottom of the sweltering hell down here, and he calls my place hell. The hell's wrong with him? But I am a witch druid, I guess, and I didn't used to be, but things have changed, as needs must, and I have a familiar here, rather bitey. His name's Dimitri. I don't know, he may be drinking all the vodka right now, but
yes, comrades, I am back here. Thank you.
He's drinking my vodka, well, his vodka. I am not allowed to have any. And well, apparently we are now in the jungle. God-forsaken heat. Well, that's about my thoughts on the matter.
Fair enough. Up next, the man with the plan, the goblin with all of the noggins. Home. Who are you? What are you doing?
Well, first, to make the performance check. In the jungle, the mighty
lion sleeps tonight.
Yeah.
And why, yes, I turned the mic up on OBS as loud as I could before I did that.
You evil man. You evil man.
You know who I am.
Okay. I'm playing a Gestalt Alchemist Investigator, Ohm. just trying to figure out how to make sure we have a nice, healthy, prosperous journey. And just trying to make sure everything works well for everyone.
Spoiler alert, he will fail.
Just because I'm trying to make it happen doesn't mean I'm under any illusions that it might.
I also would hope that the DM would stop trying to foreshadow people's downfall, please.
Nah, we're dysfunctional. We're super dysfunctional.
I'm sorry, if it is a problem, I will stop.
Oof. Man, Ross's balloon pops hard.
No, I don't mean to be rude or anything, or I don't want to discourage you all. Simple as that.
Yeah, simple as that.
It's okay, I realize. I'm doomed.
Thanks for noticing.
Just, it's like, thanks for noticing, I'm doomed. Ah, and head explodes.
Hey, guys, come on. You've seen how I... With the way the RNG treats me, I am.
Yeah, you are a bad omen, my guy.
And his name was I just cut the joke.
But did you get the Sherlock joke that's in Roll20? Because I didn't for a long time. I'm weak.
We noticed. Spell, who are you? What are you doing? Please stop us from going in circles.
What does the fox say? Sila, blah. Endure elements of yuktunga.
I regret everything immediately. So, where we last left off.
Damn.
Where we last left off. You all were... I'm kidding, Spell. Go ahead and finish your intro, man.
Because she is in the jungle and she is extremely overwarmed, she spends 10 minutes casting Endure elements and reflecting upon what happened. Mother said there would be days involving evil gods, but she thought she was just joking. Apparently not. After the 10 minutes are up, she will most likely be eating pilot bread, which is hardtack to those of you who live somewhat south of the Arctic Circle, and taking a moment to make sure that her companions are okay, but yes, it is all done while she's stress eating hardtack.
That sounds like the worst food to stress eat.
I think you were asked for a character intro, not what your character was doing.
I mean,
Oh,
¿por
yes.
qué no los dos?
That is an intro.
Kayukduk plays a Gestalt cleric of Saren Ray and divine sorcerer also of Saren Ray. There is twice the sunny goodness when she unleashes the power of the sun.
For all the calories.
Just the entire 2-liter of Sunny D in one shot.
Oh,
That's right, I got a shotgun that.
It's gonna be a good session.
Actually,
anything else
do
from
they
you all
even
before
still
we do get started?
do they even still make Sunny D?
I think
Yes.
so. How
Yes.
do I not?
Yes, I have an empty bottle of it right here near me.
That's surprising, considering how the grocery stores seem to have gotten rid of most of the things from when I was younger. Purely on the fact, oh, this is not the healthiest it could be.
I
You're
mean,
in the South. I'm surprised they did it at all.
word.
No, they just put more bacon in the shelves. More of it.
All right, Sunny D and bacon.
Mm-hmm.
They're worse
we shall
meals.
return.
And lard, because lard. But yes.
As we are
So
marching-
we are traveling.
Yes, with the individual you've met from before through the woods, it is difficult for those of you that are not used to the terrain. There is like plants everywhere, and it's a bit trippy to avoid all the vines and whatnot. And you all just kind of look up as the trees go on for hundreds of feet. You don't so much see a blue sky as you just see various shades of green and bits of light piercing it down through you. As various animal cries and calls can be heard in the distance. Roanos, you have not been this at home for like weeks now. You are just like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, Ronos is probably just a kid in a candy store. When I hear fantasy jungle, I always picture the really big extra vines and roots from Tarzan. Phil Collins plays in my head as Ronos just goes scrambling up and over everything.
Okay, we get it. Ronos goes, starts rubbing on trees, marking them like a cat.
Yes, I am home, and it does not smell correct anymore. What has happened? The cultists killed them. Awkward
You
silence.
probably have. You probably
Did you
have
actually
to
say this out loud?
No, God. Just because I'm a little slap happy tonight doesn't mean the Ronos is slap happy.
Fair enough.
Because if he did, she'd offer him some tea.
Alright then. But yeah, as you all are walking along, you are surrounded by the elven soldiers. Do any of you guys wish to say anything? Or are you just kind of walking along like, well, this is happening?
Talking would require me being social. I am not one of those.
Someone is. Several someones are. Hooray, sports ball. What's the commander's name again?
Jahasi.
Jahasi? Am I saying that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think Jahs. Well, why are you asking me how to say something?
Because I haven't looked at the AP because I'm not running it. And, it'd be fine. I'll go scrambling down to him and just... I think last time we'd already established that in the past couple weeks they've fallen back to lick their wounds, things like that.
They initially tried to stop the cultists from taking the area. They were pushed back as you guys fell through, and then they came through and took the area again.
Okay, gotcha. So I'll just go running down a tree next to him and Chassis. After we eat, what is the plan?
The plan would have to be to return to my village and speak with some of the elders and other people there. It's not every day that people from another place appear through a portal, as you all have.
Indeed.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Diddly-doo.
We are so off topic tonight.
I'm okay with this.
Uh,
How do you think the elders will handle the outsiders?
You say as though you are not an outsider. I know you're friends with Renali, but you are also still a bit of a strange one to us as well, Ronath.
In what way? Just because I am not... Oh god, I'm brain farting the name of the...
You are a creature of the jungle, that is fine, yes. It's just simply put that you are still relatively new around here. It has nothing to do with anything about you as a person or your beliefs or anything. It's just simply the fact that you have not spent much time here, you know? People are not accustomed to you yet.
Generations of fighting outsiders. I suppose that tracks.
Indeed, unfortunately, my people are born and raised to be cautious. We must observe and protect these lands, lest, well, unfortunately, the events that are currently going on continue to get worse.
25 perception to eavesdrop.
Yeah, you're here. He's not hiding any of this conversation. I don't think him and Roanos are kind of like stepping aside. Not like they're really... These guys are very clearly walking slowly, because for those of you that have never been to a jungle before, this is hard. This is basically difficult terrain for you all to move. It is very difficult for everyone outside of Romanos and the party to walk and just get through this terrain. You're not used to it yet.
That makes sense.
Sir. Sir. No.
But yeah, none of these conversations so far, unless Ronos purposely went out of his way to make it private, which I did not...
No, not at all.
Okay. Then, no, you all can hear this without any need for, perceptions or anything. This is probably just being said, maybe a bit in front of you.
So,
Okay.
xenophobic much?
If we were xenophobic, we would have killed you.
And further, they have a reason for it. They've dealt with many, many people who have come to their home for less than good reasons, shall we say. To say nothing of the cultists.
And even those that do come here for supposedly good reasons often end up destroying the land more than they end up helping it.
They've only recently run the Chelish out.
Just so you know, in future conversation, whenever you bring up the words, we would have killed you, people from other parts of the world, not here, just upon hearing that sometimes would fly off the handle and attack you. People where I am from are a lot more vicious when it comes to their survival.
Just kind of like looks at you, and you realize that the soldiers around you are still like they're still holding their bows and arrows in a way that they could pelt you with arrows right if you were to make the wrong move. I think you do not understand the situation, but very well.
Then maybe you should explain it more.
I'm more so the line about the fighting for survival. Fighting is all we know, for the most part.
I understand. Just in casual conversation, please do not tell people you do not know, nor do you know anything about where they are from, that you are going to kill them, as it may cause an attack. I do not see kindly on this, and our party came here as friends to help.
So you say. That is all good and done, but people can say many things and not do or mean it. As Roanas here has mentioned already, many have come before you saying they will aid us, will help us, and look into protecting these lands.
Stop
many have-
walking.
Okay.
Pointing at the person that was with Ronas and us in the other place. She
Renali?
has been living, Renali, she has been living with us the entire time we've been trying to fix the portal to get us back here. That should be enough proof. If you do not like it, I can turn around and start heading my way back home. Instead of this godforsaken hellish heat.
It's just kind of a moment of quiet before at last he says, I think you're taking what I'm saying far more seriously than what I mean. I'm not good with calming. My daughter is far better, and I'm simply saying the words.
No, what you are saying is disrespectful to us.
My apologies, I don't realize it is disrespectful. In my tongue, none of the things I am saying would be considered disrespectful.
It's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. Considering one of your own has been living with us, you could just ask them why we came.
Okay, that is fine. But very well. If that is anything else any of you wish to say on this matter?
Bronos will just look at the two that haven't said anything.
You'll look at the one there who hasn't said anything.
What?
I can understand.
Oh,
Both of
I
your
see.
points
Never
of
mind.
view.
Yep. I didn't see the stealth check until just now.
That actually happened when they started getting to the more heated part of the discussion.
You would know that a few of the soldiers still, like, as you kind of fade away, a couple of them, like, one of them very clearly, like, directly follows you with his eyes. Like, he's not even hiding that he sees you.
Huh. He beats a 20.
Yeah, they're elves. They have pretty good perception. It's like one of the only good rules they actually have.
Well, then he would probably see a small glowing vial with what looks like lightning inside it in one of my hands.
He will look at you curiously, as he's not entirely certain what that is. Just kind of a...
And I will just grin.
Sorry to have stopped the procession so far, but I just want to get this out in the open before we even get where we're going. We did come here as friends. You have a member of your own people who has lived with us and knows why we have come back as we open the portal for both that person and Ronas at request, and yet we are being treated as if we are danger to you.
Yes.
We came here being told that we would be your allies, and we're being treated this way. Do not agree with it.
We are treating you with caution, as that is just something we naturally do. Once again, I think this might be a matter of culture? He mutters something in Mogwai, and Renali says something to him, and he says, yes, the culture. Difference in cultures here. I do not mean to offend you, friend. It's simply difficult. You must understand, these are honestly dangerous times for us. And while you are here with friends, that is the only reason why you are even coming with us to our home. I am not meaning to say that when I said that we would have killed you or anything of that nature, I do not mean hostile intent. I simply mean protecting our land. This is all very difficult for me, and I must again emphasize we go speak to my daughter, as she's far better with this tongue than I am. I very poor with it.
In future, when speaking to anyone not of this jungle, casually speaking of killing them is not a way to befriend them.
I don't...
Shall we continue?
I was not speaking to you casually, though.
Therefore, it makes it worse.
Oh,
Would you like to continue?
Ohm will come out of the bushes, put the vials back in that he had been getting ready if need be. Perhaps the best thing for us to continue to your village. Please understand, we have different customs. And while we understand that you have good reason to be wary of us, you have ways to determine that, at least for now, we are not dangers to you.
And even if they were, I assume if you could find him out in the jungle, we're not that much of a threat to you. And would you think it's a fair assessment that Ronas knows the events of the first book of Age of Ashes from talking to the party?
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
And they haven't had it easy either. They hail from a place where the people who live in the town do not know how to start a bucket brigade when a fire breaks out. I understand it's been a harrowing couple of weeks. Tensions are running hot. They haven't had it easy either.
Yukdok is still just face palming.
So I'll turn to Hasi and just, please, let us start over. Everyone is stressed. Everyone is tired. If you wanted to deal with us, you can, and he'll bring his shield around. This symbol means I protect the rightful rulers of wherever I am from. I am not here to betray you, and if they were here to betray you, and I walked them here, everything I have worked for would fall away. And where is, please don't fumble. 13.
You say these words, and Jahasi just kind of, as you all are talking, just looks at you all more and more confused. He's very clearly. I take it I have.
You have struck a chord. Let's just assume that it is done and get where we are going, so I don't have to see you.
Very well. He turns and he begins marching as do the rest of the soldiers.
At this, Kyukdok will go up to him and say, they have not had the same experiences as your people. They do not know what it is like to have to fight so hard simply to preserve their way of life. My ancestors left their home plane and their home climb because of things like that. They really did not mean any offense, and I know that you did not, but getting along in these troubled times can be quite difficult, especially when there are language barriers in play.
Kyukdok, please do not speak for me.
I'm still trying to understand. Very well. Let us just put this behind us and continue moving, shall we? I don't understand. Very well.
Your soldiers are rather ruckus in the background.
Quite a
They're
party.
celebrating.
Rumspringer!
Either that or there's a very large troop of howler monkeys near here.
The monkeys.
There is actually a very large group of howler monkeys. They seem to be having a ruckus with this time.
Boatload of Charaka we haven't seen. We're about to get real ambushed.
Hey, we're the monkeys. People say the monkey.
Rat.
If there is a healer or a herb master with you, I would love to speak with them of the plants. Many of these are new to me.
Just double check something.
Accidentally grabs the wrong plant, dies.
Is that lionweed? I've heard of it. I've never seen it before.
Do not touch it. That is not lionweed. Jahasi says, speaking up. That is what we call. How do you say it in your language?
Why the hell did it roll 4 times?
I don't know.
You really need to find the right poison.
Hey, I was hoping with the herbalism skill of 24.
You're basically like told that you're right, but it's a different offshoot of the thing, essentially. It's like it's not lionweed, they call it leopard weed around here. And it's a little bit dangerous to mess with raw hands because the properties are a little bit more, basically a bit stronger,
So,
Weatherlord, that's a very
26,
specific
can I
one.
get, I got it from my background. Can I get a forecast?
Humid.
Problem with it, yeah, it's jungle. Problem with the jungle in areas like this is the fact that that climate rapidly changes. You would know that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I want to know if it's going to rain soon because it's hot as hell out here.
Is there going to be a monsoon in our lagoon?
Roll me a coin, or roll 100, even or odd.
Trying to find a coin to throw across my floor. Ha-cha! I'll put a D100 in the chat.
I have one.
how about you just roll a D2? D2 actually works.
Ah, roll them both. D100 is a 58. 1D2
It's probably going
is
to
that's a D12. Never mind. Whoopsie daisies. The D2 spat out a 12. Math is hard. 1.
There you go.
I'm just going to go with the D100. It's probably going to rain within a matter of like an hour or something. You're not certain. Yep.
Glancing over to Ronos. Would it be wrong to think it's probably going to rain in about an hour?
Hocha. Would it be wrong to think that?
It's as likely to rain in an hour as it is likely to not rain in an hour, unfortunately. But to a degree, you know what I mean? But like at the same time, no.
I had a specialized role, so.
Yeah, the reason why I'm raising the DC significantly, Tommy, is the fact that you can't even see the skyline. The canopy is that thick.
How close are we to the coast?
You're quite a distance away from the coast, actually.
So we're like in the center.
Yeah, from what I've gathered, I'm pretty certain you're closer to the center because you're near more river. I will tell you this much: there are rivers nearby. Like there's larger rivers, but like in terms of actual, like you're not near any coastal region close by that I'm aware of by reading through the books.
Okay, fair. That makes sense. So I guess Ronos just like perhaps in an hour, perhaps 30 minutes, perhaps fog after, perhaps sunny and humid. Always humid. Expect the weather to change often.
Oh no, I do expect it to change often, but I'd bet you at least 2 gold that it's going to rain within the next hour.
I believe it. Will we reach where we're going in the next hour?
No, that's something I'm trying to figure out. It never actually says how long it takes.
So it happens
roll a D12
right
and
now.
Find out how many hours.
Yeah.
It's a 10-mile journey. Do you guys remember using the exploration rules, how far you can move in like a standard interval and whatnot?
I think that's like a 3-day journey or something. I forget. Nah, that sounds egregious.
And
No.
Quick,
Yep,
to the
that's-
SRD!
The average human can walk like 5 miles an hour in person or something like that.
it's closer to 3 to 4, dependent on weight. So that's a
Probably more like 6 hours then, because you guys will, since you're still not used to the environment. You're
Yeah,
going
that
to
would-
stop a couple
terrain,
times.
so-
Yeah, I'm looking at the
Yeah.
travel speed table. If the slowest, you said how many miles?
It's about 10 miles.
About 10 miles. If we're moving, if the slowest person in the party is moving, I'm going to assume at a speed of
We're at
15,
25.
and then difficult terrain.
Uh-huh.
We can cover 12 miles in a day.
So yeah, I'm gonna say it'll take you like 6 hours then, because while it is somewhat difficult terrain, you do also have the Yukahi. Yukahi are helping you guys get through.
Mm-hmm.
The Achaidh know which
And
paths to take.
Yeah, and if anything does get especially difficult, I can always transport people in leopard form. So.
Go study something native to the Mwangi Expanse so you can put it in your wild shape list and just be that. That's not having a problem. Elephant.
I'm already I'm a snow leopard currently, so I can still traverse. It's a lot hotter in that fur.
Yeah, it probably is. Okay.
Actually, for that matter, can I roll a survival check to see if I see any wildlife on the way?
Sure.
Yeah, that doesn't sound horrible. Let's do that. And perhaps maybe...
Nat 20.
Yeah, you see quite a few things.
Not me. Guys, why are we fighting? Let me just talk to you and not look for anything. I do not see the panther that is going to jump on me. Oops.
So anything in my current wild shape list?
I'm not certain. I mean, if you wanted to switch the snow leopard for a panther out, that would, keep the same thing, but essentially just use a panther. But I guess that would make sense.
Well, the wild shape list is actually a set number of animals. It's just I'm wanting to know if I get the jungle variants with that roll.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
and
So,
I
yeah,
posted the forecast in.
Oh, why, yes, you did.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Good
But
morning,
yeah,
Vietnam.
as we're traveling and I see these new animals, you'd actually see her wild shape into them just to see if she gets them right.
as you do it the first time, there's kind of a pause as the elves all stop and whatnot. And Jahasi turns around and says, "You are a druid."
I said as when she changes back, I said as much when I got here.
Forgive me, I was not certain if the word meant what I thought it meant. Well,
But
it is
yes,
good.
I will be changing a lot more often as I see additional animals from this region.
I presume to be comfortable in all of those sort of matters.
Well, I'm quite comfortable in animal form. I'm actually trying to build up my tolerance because as soon as I can stay in that form all day, I plan on it.
He nods his head. And his
Mainly
expression-
because animals do not suffer from the bleaching, and I'm trying to avoid that.
I'm sorry to hear about that, friend. If there's anything we can do to help, let us know.
The only thing you can do is continue us on our way. Thank you very much.
He nods his head and they all continue walking. I don't think they really stop walking as so much, they just kind of slow down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you see her turning into different animals as they go, with Dimitri on her back the entire time.
Alright then. Is Dimitri having fun with all this?
No, it is hot and terrible.
At one point, the bunny takes off the furry hat it's been wearing and puts on a olive green cap that is basically aligned front to back and has a small red star on the front. And is only wobbling slightly as it occasionally takes sips out of a bottle.
Jesus Christ.
Did I ever tell you about my missile crisis?
I guess if I'd been, if it's been 10 minutes or longer, I would have approached Winter and asked if she wanted Endure Elements.
I have to actually get used to this temperature anyway, so no, thank you.
I look around and ask if anyone else would like it.
Rona shakes his head.
I don't. Well, honestly, how is it affecting them?
Not actively hurting you all. I mean, it's kind of uncomfortable, but nothing that you need to actually make any rolls or take any negatives from.
In other words, he's not subjecting us to the three dragons
Heat
in
exhaustion.
the jungle. Exhaustion, yeah.
It's hot.
Because-
It's not that hot.
That was not fun.
Oh, you shouldn't have played someone with a bad fort save, you nerd. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, you sweat. And now I have to make a fort save.
That's right, you sweat.
I'd still give him an advantage. I know, he's cold-blooded. This is fine for him.
Yeah, this is great for me. I'm not an Isoki. I'm not walking around furry in the jungle.
Alright then.
Nostalgia.
Glancing over to Ronus. Speaking of which, had you ever actually been to my actual home, the Endure Elements probably would have been required for a cold-blooded survival.
Have we discussed where you're from?
I don't think so.
Where are you from again?
Irasan, my hometown is covered in perpetual snow.
That sounds horrible.
It's
That
actually
sounds
quite lovely.
heavenly.
Ah! Maybe at some point in this adventure path we will go to the north. And when we do, I will have many blankets.
I don't think that actually works. You're cold-blooded, yes?
Nods.
Blankets actually function by holding in your own internal body heat.
I learned
Therefore,
something
they are
today.
They are completely useless for cold-blooded peoples.
Damn. I will just...
Comrade, if you try some of this, it make you warm inside.
Maybe I will just turn into adorable fluffy bunny.
Adorable,
worry.
fluffy bunny and hero of Soviet somethings or others. I take now.
Yes, patchwork. It is patchwork rabbit, not actual fluff.
Okay, so
On we go. I guess, yeah, I'm not doing my due diligence here. We are in, I won't call it hostile territory, but we're not. The Cinder Claws could jump out at us, is what I'm driving at. I want to, as we're walking and we're not being quiet. Here's a perception check. It's a 12. Oh God. I hope there's nothing in the trees because I don't see it.
No, you don't really see anything.
No, that's beside the fact. I'm sure that our investigator is keeping watch.
To say nothing of the cadre of rangers that have all fallen in behind us.
We at least have a 22.
there are leaves. Lots of
Well, no,
leaves
you're
that may have
distracted.
medical properties.
Yeah, you're distracted by the medical plants, medicinal plants.
Alright then. But yeah, you'll keep going. Don't really see anything.
Can we fast forward?
Yeah, of course.
He's getting there. Give him time.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm just asking. I'm not being weird.
Alright then. And eventually, as you all begin to get closer, Shahasi raises up his hand, looks back to you all and says, "Come now, we are approaching our lands. We shall be entering our home soon, and we shall be able to get into safer area to rest." And with that, he kind of pushes open into a new and interesting area as you all see before you for the first time the city of Achaidh, or the settlement. It's kind of hard to explain it, but I do have a description here. I guess it's more of a town. But as you all look about you, you see in the trees above you branches woven together to form the foundations of buildings and homes and houses of the town. There are bridges made of the sturdy vines, basically wrapping the trees from one another in a natural sort of manner, and allowing for them to travel quickly through the area. There's also dozens, if not hundreds, of trunks of massive trees that support the branches in all of those manner, including the massive, even older trees that serve as the basis for these buildings. There are multiple floors to the trees itself. It's kind of a combination of the. It's very beautiful, and very natural. It's interesting. For those of you that have not been to an area of this sort of style, it's very interesting. Essentially, you all would probably think of it as the world's greatest tree houses ever. And as that continues, you all begin to approach. Jahasi looks back to you all and says, "This is our home. I hope you are not afraid of heights, or at the very least, are not afraid of not looking down."
Ranos nods. Should we expect a greeting like you gave us?
No, because they've already sent word that you were coming.
Nods. Well?
And we'll begin to approach. You do see a woman resting on her massive roots up ahead at one of the bases. One hand she holds a brass staff, oh my god, a brass staff top with a sculpture of a leopard, grasping a sword in its jaws and pinning a prone human. Her other arm seems not to be made of flesh, however. As you all look, it seems as though it was cut off and replaced instead with a sort of arm like structure. Where there was flesh, there is now wooden branches and vines, and you can even see bits of the bone beneath it. And she all looks up to you all as you come. She smiles. Welcome. Welcome to our home. I am Nikita of the Leopard Kind.
And your
Welcome
friends are
to
having
our-
a wonderful night. Ronas,
Yeah, I'm
the
sorry.
Indomitable. You're fine, man. It's not something you can control. I'm not expecting you to go charging out into your living room and chewing people out.
No, I would not be able to do that. But yeah, welcome to our lands. I hope your trip with my father here has not been too harsh.
No, he is as harmless as a kitten. Isn't that right, Hossy?
He looks over at you, confused, and then there's slowly like a oh, as he realizes what you're saying. Kind of like the as the realization that was a bit of a joke, and he just kind of like, yes, I am very kitten like me meow. And she just kind of like puts her hands up to her face and rubs her eyes, says something to her father in Mongolian, and then looks to you all.
The trip was relatively uneventful.
Form control, wild shape into a house cat. I'll be that way for an hour.
See? That is her Jahase expression. It is beautiful. A+.
Aside
That-
from
That gets Ohm to rub his
yeah,
forehead.
well, I've been told that you all brought back our friend Renali, one of our people. I am greatly indebted by you, and our tribe as such shall make sure to repay your kindness in full. As for tonight, however, and for the next day or so, as it is getting relatively late, you're our guests, and as such, we shall be able to put you up for the night. And tomorrow, we will be holding a feast in order to celebrate some new friends arriving at our humble lands. I hope you can enjoy some of our culture, our dishes, our games, and get to know us a bit better.
I'm sorry, I do not speak cat.
Okay.
Achilles agrees.
Achilles agrees. He does not understand. We have poor communication skills, and that's why he shouts at me. I'm abused by my animal. You narrate, buddy.
Or no. Yeah, there you go.
Winter meows and yes, she's saying that now. I don't want to maybe make the joke, but yes, she's saying we'll kill you if you take another step. But I did think about it. I guess, if I may ask, your arm. How did you do that?
I would like to point out that the nat 1 on the nature check, followed by the will save, was me trying to figure out that arm, and then you throwing the will save to make sure that I didn't stare at it like a bumbling buffoon.
Ooh, what's that? And just get real awkward with the person you just met.
Uh-huh.
You ask about the arm. Say how did you ask your arm again?
How did you do that?
Sorry.
Did you not even throw a nature check at the? Did you not even throw a nature check at it?
Nah, I got more charisma than I do wisdom, so I figured I would ask.
I'm trying to figure out how to say this. She kind of chuckles a bit. And what happened to your manners, may I ask? It's not
Forgive
exactly
me.
nice.
I am
It's
sorry.
not exactly nice to ask someone a matter of this, she says, putting her arm away a little bit more so into her robes.
I'm sorry.
Would
It
be
looks
more
like something.
pure occultism. What would be a good check for the curious foreigner? Magic item lore?
I'd say more so nature. Does seem to be some form of magic.
And this is why I ask. And Ronas will cast Magic Fang on himself and have his neck flare out all cobra-like and stuff. I can make minor transmutations. I cannot do that. You must be very powerful.
I have my ways.
I'm sorry. I meant no offense.
It is fine, but it is a delicate situation.
Of course.
Ronas, she may not. That may not be by choice.
He nods. I'll throw a nature check at it. Why not? 23.
Once again, you're not entirely certain, especially since she kind of hit it quickly and you just met it and you haven't actually gotten a chance to really observe it. But it does seem, once again, you can confirm it probably seems like some form of druidic magic is how she's using the arm and whatnot to work in the way she is. But you're not entirely certain why she's being so defensive of it. I can't really give you much more than that, sadly.
That makes sense.
It doesn't seem. It's very high level. You're not certain what it is. It's not anything evil. It is definitely using druidic magic. It is some form of It is not so much as some form of transmutation. Well, it kind of is, I guess would be a good way to say it. And yeah. Sorry.
Nope, you're totally fine.
Winter is doing cat things, taking cat baths.
I understand that.
Constantly grooming the sweat. Well, we've been marching most of the day. Is there somewhere we can hole up for the night?
Of course. Here. You all see that ladder there, she says, pointing to a group of vines clustered together.
Nods.
If you can simply climb up those right quick, we will be up in our home proper, as you guys kind of see the various different soldiers just climbing up different vines and whatnot that have been let down.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does my animal elocutionist still function while I'm in animal form?
Yes, but they're not animals.
Yes, but there is an animal in the party that is not me.
Fair.
Speaking to Ronus's snake, I tell the snake to remind Ronus to tell them that I had given the soldiers a bag of potatoes for them to start farming. That they should probably put those in a place where they won't rot due to the the climate here.
The only problem I have with all this is that is Ronos' companion smart enough to do that?
It's an animal companion.
Maybe it's your call. We can communicate with each other.
Okay.
Let me look. Hold up. My
It just seems like that's a bit high concept,
I mean, she is a constrictor, and I feel like the concept of food rotting for a creature that takes a real long time to digest food is something that can translate over. Maybe not like, hey, this is strange food from a foreign land. This is how you take care of potatoes, but food go bad, put to safe place.
Put it this way, if talking to the snake, they don't get the concept that just pop out of fucking wild shape, I can go back into it. It doesn't hurt anything.
Either that or the snake goes over and, does the cartoon point to the bag
Also true.
on
That-
the
hold on.
guy's back?
That's besides the fact. Technically, my familiar is an animal, despite the fact that it's a patchwork animal, and it speaks common. So I tell Dimitri to tell him.
Bam!
Yeah. We will tell him, I guess. However Dimitri wants to say it, however colorful Dimitri wants to say it.
Potato is very sacred!
Oh, okay, Mollusk. The bunny appears to be a little under the weather due to combination of heat and beverage. Glorious Malushka here, waving at her, says, potatoes. Yeah, potatoes. Don't let it rot. Oh, yes, plant, make more vodka. And the bunny falls on its face.
You could see the cat literally put her paw on her face. It's like literally face palm with their face against the little toe beans.
Fair enough. But yeah. So that point is pushed through, and you all are given free time to go to wherever you want to go. They will essentially lead you up into the trees above, where they will show you kind of hut-like buildings that you all are given. There are hammocks inside, as well as some food. And you are told that, tomorrow morning and everything, more people will be around to talk and converse with you and everything, and there will be a feast, and you kind of gather all that. But till then, do you guys have anything you really wish to say to each other before going to bed?
Since I assume there's no major bodies of water near Achaidh, I guess.
There are.
Oh, are there really?
There's not a major body of water. If you were to ask it, they would tell you that there are some important rivers nearby.
Are they
of traveling?
Are they really far away from Achaidh though?
How far is your definition of far?
Like outside of city limits, I'd say.
Oh yes, no, they're miles away.
Okay, so I guess Ronos will just climb to the tippy top of the biggest tree and do the scene in the second Hobbit movie where we just kind of look out over home.
Alrighty then.
Take it in, breathe the humid air. But yeah, no, that's all not necessarily anybody I want to talk to. It's probably been a long walk talking about how it, don't shoot us, we're not the bad guys.
You all managed to get back up with up into the it's weird because I want to call it like the town, but I don't. It doesn't really seem like much of a town.
It's a tree city.
Yeah, tree city.
Tree city, tree fort.
Tree city. Yeah. Just put tree in front of it.
But the services cost less than $350.
Yes.
Get out of this call.
Yes, you're in the tree city of Achaidh. After being invited here by Nikit, the daughter of Lasir, basically one of the people in charge of the town, you have been told, well, one of the higher-ups in the town, you have been asked to basically come in and rest for a little while as they get a feast together for you all, so as to let you enjoy a bit of hospitality between each other and to potentially get to know one another. And as you all wake up, the festival seems to be going underway in terms of getting ready to go.
Are there any injured that need tended to now that I'm rested?
There are some, yes. There are some injured in a hut nearby.
All right, I will go assist with that with medicine checks and/or spells.
Alrighty then. I'd say mostly medicine checks would be needed.
I have assurance. I am perfectly happy whiling away the time before the feast, tending to all the wounded.
Okay then. Some people are going out to hunt and for meat and everything.
I'd head out with the hunters.
That's what I expected. home. Perhaps you want to spend time with our resident common speaker, as she would. I
Oh.
tell you all that she is actually a linguist.
Yes, I would. Very interested in, well, just about everything. If there are people who are hurt, I can help with that too. I too have assurance.
I think Q-Talk is mostly taking care of that.
Right.
So.
Well, my first thought for you, my lady, is that we can be of mutual aid. I would explain to them the events of what happened in Breach Hill, how we too are seeking to bring the necromancer to justice.
Necromancer? They don't know of a necromancer.
Yes. There was a blonde elf lady. Sorry, trying to get my computer back up, and
Is she
yes.
involved with the Cinder Claws in some way?
Yes, she was involved with trying to burn down a city, kill multiple people, use the gates to bring them under the control of the Cinder Claws so they may...
So she's the one responsible for the Cinder Claws leaving this area.
It's possible. I do not know all of her plots, but there were several. We've managed to disrupt most of them.
And if she's in this area, strange magics have been occurring in these lands, and at the moment our scouts are still investigating the matters. I was hoping to talk to you all about maybe aiding us in these activities, especially if this lady is coming from a place that you know relatively fine yourself and can help me and the rest of my people take care of.
Well, we definitely wish her ill. And by extension, now we wish the Cinder Claws ill. Not the least because, well, whatever that was in the gateway attempted to kill us, and it kind of looked draconic, and it kind of looked as though the claws were producing smoke like the iconography of that group.
Very well. Then I think we can definitely be of mutual assistance. And with that, I think, Ronos, do you have anything you want to do, or do you want to also be helping with the hunting?
Yeah, Ronus will help with the hunting. Wake up, morning prayers, head out.
His Switch to play. I wanted to say Minecraft, but really it's Pokemon. But yeah, well then, I guess with that in mind, this is probably where we're going to end it for now, though, as you all get ready to enjoy the feast in full and the matters that come. You all find yourselves relatively comfortable in the hospitality of the Yukaji elves that surround you.
Good enough for me. Alrighty, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching.
I think we're gonna leave it here.
Good
So,
enough.
Does anybody have anything else they want to add?
I'm trying to do the outro. You got. Oh. Oh my god, I was muted on Discord that whole time.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here shouting the outro, which is Ross, shut the hell up. I'm talking. God damn it. Thank y'all for watching. We'll be back at it with more Age of Ashes next time. What? That's a that. There will be an announcement. Damn it. Say bye, guys.
There's your interesting